Soccer balls, softballs, and yes, even baseballs were tossed across the campus because of strong winds. There was also structural damage done to the baseball and softball facilities. Fortunately for the Lions, their first home game is not until February 14th, giving them plenty of time to repair.
Hello and welcome to Take 30 News' special election broadcast. The last 48 hours in the Student Association election has been plagued by controversies and political posturing. The issues have moved from what you and me face every day to who is endorsing whom and a battle of individual campaigns. New York Mets starting pitcher Henry Mejia has been permanently banned by Major League Baseball. The 26-year-old ends his highly anticipated career due to his use of illegal performance-enhancing drugs.
Have you ever been to Disney World?
Once, when I was 7, I remembered every bit of it. It was awesome.
It's a magical place. I have 5 times.
5?
5 times. My family loves us some Disney World.
I have never been more jealous of someone in my entire life.
Oh my goodness, you should go again soon.
Head coach Daryl Grennan said, quote, "Kentucky's an SEC team and one of the better ones. I'm proud of Georgiana and how she was able to fight back after losing her first set 6-1. She's playing like a senior, giving it her whole heart every match." End quote. Pranav Jahad, thank you so much for joining us, Pranav.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this is the first time that a president had been this close to being impeached. So what actually is the process for an impeachment in the SA Senate?
Now, if a president has to be impeached, first the SA Senate starts the process.
It's awful for the Warriors.
What are they going to do without him?
Honestly, they're still a good team, but it's any man's game for the NBA Finals.
I can't hear any more of this. I think we need to start with something.
You want to do another sport? Okay, let's do football. Okay. Tom Brady's past came back to haunt him when he was suspended once again because of the Deflategate scandal. After a successful series win in Nashville, the Diamond Dogs came back to the Dude to play Mississippi Valley State. The Bulldogs played a near-perfect game, allowing the Devils to score only once in the 8th inning. And for pitchers like Connor Pilkington, it was strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. And I've just got one more question for you. I mean, we've been talking about the corrupt government, the big-name spenders that are causing the corruption, the natural disaster, all these news stories bursting at the seams that are happening last year in November and September, and we're just hearing about it now. And my question is that the Olympics, do you think it's because the Olympics are going to be in Rio this summer and they're trying to give this personification of Brazil as like this happy and welcoming place?
Well, that was the personification of Brazil historically.
The underdogs of SEC basketball performed a feat that they have not done since 2012, shooting a buzzer beater. The Mississippi State men's basketball team took on the Commodores of Vanderbilt University in an exciting SEC matchup. The Commodores had won 7 of their last 9 conference games and were predicted to be the last 4 into the NCAA bracket. In the first half, Vanderbilt dominated in the paint and the three-point line, sending the Bulldogs into halftime down by 9. At the start of the second half, it began to look like a Commodore ball game as they extended their lead to 17. With 14 minutes left to play, the Bulldogs began a late surge for the win, led by freshman Quindarian Weatherspoon, junior I.J. Reddy, and senior Gavin Ware. The Commodores managed to hold on to their lead going into the final minutes of the game, but were constantly threatened by an adapting Bulldog defense and a couple of fancy offensive plays. With only 10 seconds left after a missed Vanderbilt free throw, the Bulldogs had one final chance to take the win, and the opportunity fell to none other than Weatherspoon, who made the winning 3 as time expired. When describing how the final seconds played out, the answer reflected teamwork, luck, and a little bit of surprise.
I never seen Gavin pass up a shot.
That's how I know we gonna win. Yeah, it was gonna be a MJ, fadeaway.
We were fortunate that we got it back in that situation because we had, missed badly, and it was a great rebound by Gavin.
I decided to give it up, because I knew it was gonna be something better.
When asked how this win will affect the remaining season, despite having a losing record, the Bulldogs still have the confidence of an undefeated team.
We're excited. I think this gives us some momentum and some focus here for Thursday and Friday going into Saturday's game.
Continue to stay humble, celebrate a little while off this win. We still got the last half of the conference season.
Saturday morning showed the crowds of Starkville a little taste of what was to come in the fall of 2016 with the annual spring football game between the MSU Maroon team and the MSU White team. The crowd of 15,000 was in for a neck-and-neck game after the first and most of the second quarter until the Maroon team had a late 14-0 run going into the halftime. Coming back from the locker rooms, the White team started off hot and were the first to score in the third. But that would be the only time they would see the end zone for the rest of the game, as the defense of the Maroon team held them scoreless until the end. This, combined with a tenacious effort from the offense, gave the Maroon team a 34-21 win. With the roster taking a hard depletion this coming graduation, it was uplifting to hear what the administration had to say for the upcoming season.
It's always fun to see the young guys have their opportunity, and we're going to get a chance to see that this year, and I think they're talented enough for us to be able to still have that success that we've become accustomed to.
This game was also being called the Battle of the Quarterbacks, where the question is being asked as to who will be the one to take the place of past Heisman Trophy candidate Dak Prescott. After today's game, head coach Dan Mullen is uncertain but still optimistic.
Saw some guys do some good things, saw some guys make some mistakes that they're going to have to go learn from. But it's great putting that little extra pressure on them. But I thought the energy was good, the excitement was good, and guys made some plays and had fun.
With every position, Mullen says that leaders and role models are going to be something the players will need in the upcoming season.
We don't practice again now until August 2nd. There's a lot of time in there, that guy, especially at the quarterback position, for someone to go separate themselves between now and August 2nd.
At Davis Wade Stadium, Parker King, Take 30 News.